all my YouTube subscribers and friends. Today I wanted to do a video on a witchy crafty thing since somebody had messaged me on my last video about me doing something witchy crafty, and I've actually been wanting to do this with my book for a while after seeing this done. We're going to tea stain or coffee stain pages. The lady that I saw the video with actually had tea stained her pages before she wrote in the book. And if you're using something like marker, fountain pen to do calligraphy and things like that, wouldn't recommend you doing it because it does smear the ink fairly bad. I actually have a page that I did smear the ink, but if you use something like an ink pen, like something like this, because it's water-based, would smear. What we're going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a page here that's just regular black ink. And so what you do is you get a piece of paper, piece of newspaper, and you're going to put it in behind the actual piece of paper, so you're not going to be bleeding off onto anything else. And the next thing you're going to want to do is you're actually going to want to have a towel, like a tea towel, something you don't mind getting messy, getting dirty, because tea does stain and it is hard to get stuff out after a while. So what you're going to do is, I'm going to try to keep the camera thingy here off of the camera. There we go. So I've got coffee grounds and I've got tea. You could even use something like this, because with me you're going to want to instill magical properties into your book. And what's in this is chamomile, spearmint, lemongrass, blackberry, orange blossom, hawthorn, and rose hips. So you could experiment with regular paper to get the color that you want. I'm just using a black tea bag right now, and so you could actually use, and I have to get my book, you'd actually have to use the, where's that? Should be sitting right there. You could use something like this to research the herbs that you're wanting to instill into your book. As an example, in that tea was peppermint and masculine, Mercury, fire, Pluto, protection, healing, and psychic powers. Well, we definitely want protection for our book, and psychic powers would help us connect with the energy that we're writing with in the book. So I would try to find, if you were going to tea stain a book, my recommendations: find a balance of male and female energy, so that way you can use male, like tea bags that's got male energy, do 5 or 6 pages, and do 5 or 6 pages of female female energy, and just kind of alternate back and forth, and basically find a balance within the book. So how this is going to work is, I've already had tea. I saved my bag. You're going to get as much of the liquid out as you can, because you don't want to super saturate this. And you're just going to grab your tea bag and basically start mashing down on the paper like you're stamping it. Now you're just gonna you're not gonna smear. You're just very lightly blotting it onto the paper. And when you notice the paper is getting too wet, then you just come over and you blot the area without moving it back and forth so you don't tear it. And then either you can take a hair dryer to it and dry it, or you can just kind of let it dry on its own. The other thing that you can do is you can take coffee grounds and just kind of And then I like taking a paintbrush or any type of brush and just kind of moving the grounds around on the paper somewhere. You could actually even create designs like pentacles, stuff like that. And it is messy. So the trick is to keep everything moving around. And because I'm going to be vacuuming the floor, so that's pretty much what that looks like. And after a while, it'll dry. It'll look really, really good. So now I'm actually going to do a creative one with just a blank piece of paper and actually show you what it looks like. Okay, so here's the one I did with the coffee grounds and the small paintbrush. So this one turned out, as you can see, hopefully, there we go. That one turned out really, really good. I really, really like this one. And now I'm actually going to show you. There is the tea bag one. You can actually, because there's no ink on this, you can actually swipe across, swipe up and down, or just drag the bag around, or you could actually even just take the actual tea leaves and plop them down on the paper and use your fingers and just kind of smear your fingers around for a pattern or design that you want out of it. It's really, really neat what you can do with like green herbs, the darker green herbs like mint leaves, saffron, chili pepper, any type of anything that's got a stain to it would actually, you can do the exact same thing that I've done here. The only thing that you have to do is make sure you put newspaper in behind it so that way the newspaper absorbs any extra moisture so it doesn't get transferred over into any of the other pages. So hopefully you guys like this little tutorial that I did, this little witchy crafty thing. I might actually be doing another one of these using everyday spices in your cabinet to actually show you that you can also incorporate the spices and stuff. You can actually stain your books of shadows with the spices and stuff too. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll be having some more videos up like this when I put some time aside to do some videos for everybody. So thank you for watching, and thank you for all of your comments you guys have been leaving me. Greatly appreciated. Love and blessings. Talk to you then. Bye.